you'll have guys saying what they want in a woman, and then sisters will get upset, or saying what they don't want in a woman, and sisters get upset, right? So that's a real situation that he's speaking on. And people do have a hard time not comparing themselves when you're talking about stuff. They can't take themselves out of the equation.
Champion something that they want in such a precise and certain way, it gets hard for some people to understand that ain't got to do with me. That man could like all the fat in the world, and that has absolutely nothing to do with me, because it has everything to do with him.
Yeah, see how he said? So if you like what you like, I can't get mad about that. And vice versa. And that's what I try to tell a lot of the brethren whenever I talk to them, and they say, well, them sisters say they want this and they want that. I say, okay, well, get you a sister that's not saying it. Well, all I'm saying it. Well, no, not all I'm saying it. Probably the sisters that you want, the sisters that you want, they saying that. But not all of them are saying that. So we can't say, well, all of them saying that. That's not true. Or about the majority of them. Okay, that still goes back to your preference. Everybody got a type. People can't get past that. Everybody got a type. They got a type that they like. So I like this, I like that. Everybody got a type. So a lot of times, people that might be your type might don't be rocking with you back. Or you might end up always ending up with this certain type of person because that's really your type that you go after. It's sad, it's true. And that's why we look at, we say, oh, they always this way and they that way. No, the person that you go after is always this way and always that way. That's not everybody. And that's where we had a problem at. But I'm gonna let Trip continue to cook.
It doesn't matter how he champions that. That nigga don't know me, so he can't be talking about me, even if he is on someone. Bruh, people get imaginary shit on this podcast all the time. Yeah, you got a villain, he got a villain woman, y'all got villain, and I got villain people too. We all demonize because it's hard to communicate without comparison. I agree. But it's like, bruh, again, what Randy saying, what I said, if you want to eliminate that comparison, just sit with yourself. Stop comparing your standards to your homegirls. I think people.
All right. Now, that last part he said before they cut the clip off, you know, when he says sit with yourself, I would say this is you not quote unquote exactly sitting with yourself, but you sit with yourself in the oneness with the Almighty. Sometimes we just got to stop and meditate on Him and focus and really figure out what it is that we like and what it is that we don't like, what it is that we're doing, what it is that we don't, that we should be doing, you know, and just put the work in. A lot of times we don't put the work in and we expect other people to pick up the slack. We don't put the work in, or we just think stuff just going to magically happen the way we think it's going to happen. It's not true. It's not going to happen like that. It's all in your head. You know, and I think that's what a lot of time we get in our own way, right? But if we focus and we pray and we do the things that we got to do, then the Father will work it out. But again, if you're choosing a certain kind of person, well, it's your choice. You keep choosing them. So you got to be able to say, you know what? This is because of who I'm choosing. I had a homeboy who always went through stuff with women. I remember we was growing up. And he said, man, it can't just be me. It got to be them. It's them. I know it ain't me. All of them keep making it like it's me, but it's them. And I'm like, well, dude, you keep getting with all these different women and it's always seemed to be a problem, you sure it ain't you? Like, you the only common denominator. You are the common denominator to the situation. You keep saying it's not. You sure it ain't you? Like, he got mad with me, but I said, you sure it's not you? It could just very well be you. I look at that situation with me. I sit and say, you know what? It's me. I'm not going to try to blame an outside source. If I keep going through the same thing over and over and over with different people, I can't say, well, no, it's all of them. Dude, it's you. Sis, it's you. So I like this video by him. That was real big up to him. Big up to brother Trip. Now this is another, and that was from tonight's conversation. Let me tell you something about tonight's conversation, right? Tonight's conversation is a very awesome platform. I'm gonna give them a shout out. Like they need me to give them a shout out. They doing way bigger than me. They doing way bigger than me. I'm act like they need me to give them a shout out. But I'm gonna give them this shout out real quick. Even though I know they do not need me to give them no shout out. But I'm gonna give them this shout out real quick. No, I can't. That one ain't gonna work. Hold on. Yeah, this one will work. This one will work. Now that one ain't gonna work neither. Try this one. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a shout out. And I don't even think this gonna work the way I wanted to work because for some reason it's not getting big like I wanted to. I really wanted to have a picture, showing them and having it real big because I want to say something about them, give them a shout out, but it is not letting me do it. All right. This is probably about the best picture. I'm trying to blow it up. Y'all, let's see what is going on. I'm about to try to blow it up. Hold on. Let me put it back up here. Yeah, let me do it like this. All right, gotta give these brothers and sisters a shout out. Let me pull this down a little bit. All right. Tonight's conversation, look at this. I want y'all to see this. Their podcast travels. They do live shows. See that right there where it says Baltimore? They came here, right? I went to see them. I wasn't sure what to expect. And it was awesome. You understand what I'm saying? And they inspired me to come back and do what I'm doing right now. Like, I had the podcast before I heard of them, and I was doing my thing. And then some things happened and life happened, and I kind of fell off, and I said I'm going to come back, and I never picked it back up, right? Never picked it back up. I just was going about my business, and I kept saying, one day I'm going to do it, one day I'm going to do it, right? Just kept saying, one day. And in the midst of saying, one day, I was asked to go see the show, and I'm like, tonight's conversation was they said, oh, it's this bus. So they showed me. I'm like, oh yeah, I know them. I see their clips all the time. They coming here? Like, yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you. I'm giving them a shout out. I ain't gonna take long. I'm just gonna give them a shout out because I'm using their clips and I want them to know that I appreciate them, right? These brothers and sisters came here. They created a fun atmosphere. I mean, they filled up the whole convention center. Filled up the convention center. Had everything decked out. Had food, drinks, like everything, books, oils, whatever you want. They had it. It was just like awesome. And I'm sitting there like, wow, this is crazy, right? You get in there and it's like a show. You got the DJ, got the people doing the dance, doing the slide. They slide. I'm like, oh man, it's a party, DJ party over here. DJ coming, cutting up, yelling, this, that, and other, getting you motivated, getting you ready. And then the show starts and everybody's excited and the crowd is in it. And you feel the energy going back and forth. And all I kept saying was, wow. Wow, this is awesome. I hope this go viral so they can see what I'm saying. Even though I had some glitches a few minutes ago, I don't know what that was about. I'm not going to let that stop me. I keep it going. One monkey don't stop no show. But telling you, it was awesome. Awesome event. And they inspired me. So I said, you know what? I gotta get back I gotta let my voice be heard, right? I had a voice. I started having people that was following me. People still was subscribing, even though I had stopped. There was still people subscribing. I didn't have a whole lot of subscribers, but people were still subscribing, even though I wasn't doing anything. So I said, man, you gotta get out there and just do it. And if people feel you, they feel you. If you don't, you don't. But you got to do what you do, you know. And they inspired me to come back. And I was talking to the brethren, and I was trying to explain to them, you know, what was going on. And I said, you know what? You know, one of my brothers said, man, Rosh, you just got to do it. You keep saying you're going to do it. And then it's just going to be you saying it. I'm going to do it this day. That day come, you don't do nothing. I'm going to do it this day. That day come, you don't do nothing. I'm going to do it this day. That day come, you don't do nothing. And it's like, you know what? No, I got to do it. So I just came out one day. I didn't really have a plan, you know, how it was going to be. And I just did it. And I said, you know what? I got to be on here almost every day. If I can't be on it every day, I got to pick days that I know I can be on it. I got to pick a set time. So even if you don't hear the notification bell, even if you don't know when the video is on or what have you, you know that check my channel out between this time and this time because this is when he's going to be on. I know he's going to be on it. Like looking at TV, you don't get a bell notification on your phone when your favorite TV show coming on. You already know. You planning for that show. That's why I said, even though I knew I was going to be late that night, I said, you know what? The show got to go on, right? Because somewhere somebody probably looking because I said I was going to do it. And I can't just disappoint and not be on here, right? I said, somebody looking. I said, I looked at the other stuff. I said, you know what? I said, just now, when the OBS was acting up, and y'all probably kept hearing little technical noises. Well, I don't know if the videotape paused on the live and then came back and paused. I don't know how the live went. I know it's showing me that I'm still live, even though it said it was messing up on the connection. At one point, the whole screen went blank, right? But either way, I said, I got to keep going on because people expect me to do this. even if it's only a few people, even if it's only people that's going to look at it on a replay. Somebody is expecting me to be on here tonight doing this. So I got to make it happen. So I just want to give them a shout out, though, because definitely like Ace Metaphor, all of them did their thing. The dude, Jay Martinez, he was really funny. He was telling, he had his poems, and it was really funny with his poems and his jokes. Of course, Keita, and she was funny and hilarious what she was doing. So all of them did what they had to do. It was a really good show. And I just felt like, yeah. So I just want to give them this shout out. So when I'm using that stuff, I'm not just using it, rules of it, I'm going to do. No, I'm using that stuff because I want to really look at that stuff all the time and debate with brothers about it and debate Torah perspective all the time about this stuff. All the stuff I'm doing is stuff that I get in debates with brothers and sisters about. So I'm like, I can bring the debate live to you guys, and y'all can give me your feedback, and we can build a whole community of debating and talking about these things based off of what? Based off of Torah. Based off of Torah. So I wanted to give them that shout out. All right, I'm about to play another brother who was here with them, because Trip was here, and this brother also was here as well. And his name is Trill. Trill was here as well, along with Trip and Keita and oh man, I can't think of the other sister name. Can't think of her name right now, but trust me, it'll be a clip or something that I might have from her, and we gonna represent, because I like what they do, and it sparks stuff. And it really helps you to talk about stuff and build relationships and really get to the bottom of things. And I appreciate them for that, and we just go from there. So let me bring up our next person, which is Trill. So we'll see what Brother Trill has to say. Let's see what Brother Trill has to say about the situation.
I think also, like, as a woman, like, y'all got to stop giving men the cheat code to the test, man. Like, I done been talking to women, and within 10 minutes, I know your whole life story.
All right. So he's talking about brothers getting a cheat code to the test. So I'm like, okay. I can see what you say sometimes, and it's not just women that do this, right? Men do this too. Sometimes some men will tell women about all the different stuff, but this different, right, with men and women. Well, this is a difference that I've seen, and maybe again, because it's all in who you choose, right? What I've seen, right, is a lot of times when men tell women about things that they went through or what people did, the women use that a lot of times. Not all women. I don't want nobody to say, he said all women. Some women use that as a weapon against you. It gets registered up here in their brain. And as soon as y'all having a debate about something, and it seems like you about to win, he going to throw that joint in your face. Oh, but when such and such did it, it was okay though. And you be like, dang, really? I thought we was bonding when you want to use that against me? This what's happening right now? So I feel what he's saying. So let's finish saying what he's saying. I just wanted to add that men do the same thing too at times.
I know all your traumas. I know everything that you done been through. I know what your last 3 men did to break your heart and get you low and all of these things. Like, women got to learn how to just sit back and let men show up all on their own. With no.
Yeah, now, it's also a safety mechanism within it too. I see where he's going, but there's a safety mechanism in it. What do I mean by as a safety mechanism? So what I would say is, I see what he's going, right? But I would say the safety mechanism in that is, and that's why I say some men do the same thing as well. You try to lay out to the person what happened before because you don't want that person to make the same mistake. And you try to set the boundaries saying, look, as long as you don't do this and don't do that and don't stray too far over here, too far over there, you're going to be good. But if you stray in these areas, we're not going to be good. So it's sort of like a safety mechanism to try to protect the relationship. And yeah, it can be too much when people become permanent victims. And what I mean by that is somebody did something very, very terrible to them. And now they just look for the next person to do the same terrible thing. So no matter what that person does, they always looking for them to just mess up and do that terrible thing that the other person did to them. They looking for that person to do that. Say like, you know what? I know you're going to mess up. And as soon as you mess up, I want to be able to let you know I knew you was going to do this. Right? And the other person might be like, you know, I'm not going to mess up. I'm not going to do that. Right? So that's the dynamic with that. People try to tell you stuff that it's like they building up a fence around their heart because they trying to say, look, my heart done got broke. I done trusted and it's hard for me to trust. That happened on both sides. Now you got the women or certain men that will tell you what happened. And then you got the ones that want to get revenge, who feel like, well, this happened to me, so I don't even care. I'm going to do whatever. And that's with the men and the women. I'm going to do whatever. Dude ran around on me, I'm going to run around on all of them. You like, dang, run around on all of them. What's going on here? Or yeah, I was nice. I ain't gonna be nice to none of them. I'm gonna make sure they know now. I ain't gonna never be nice again. You ain't gonna never be nice again because of that shit. So this can kind of go both ways. I just want to say that this can kind of go both ways, Trill.
No help from us, right? So now I can judge your initiative that you take without me giving you the cheat code to it. I could judge how much you prioritize me, how much you make time for me, without me giving you the cheat code to it.
So what he said is don't tell them what you looking for them not to do. Because that's just going to help them to pretend. So he's sort of building his stuff. And I know I got some brothers that's looking at this right now that says, see, there you go, he's simping, right? But he's making it like, it's like these men is negative and hey, or some of these men are negative, or some of these men may be predators. And hey, y'all just gotta watch. Don't tell them what you don't want them to do. Watch and see if they're going to do it. Don't tell them you really don't like when guys do this, that, and other. Watch and see if they're going to do these things that you really don't like guys to do. Right? Don't tell them. Just watch and see. Let them show up for themselves. Let them show you who they are for themselves. Don't help them out by telling them, hey, don't do this or don't do that. So I see where you're going with it. But again, as I say there with the sisters, right? We can call it giving them enough rope to hang themselves, right? Sometimes but me, myself, I like to warn you because I don't want you to feel the repercussions and you feel like you was never told. So how could I judge you on that? And blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? So I always like to warn people, myself, You know, just like that. That's scripture. Before the Almighty punish you, He always warned you. The Almighty always warned you before He put. That started in the very beginning with the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. He warned them. The day you eat of it, you will surely die. He warned them. He didn't just let the tree sit there and didn't say nothing to them about it at all. And then when they ate from it, say, well, y'all ate from that tree. Now you want to die. He didn't do that. He warned you. He said, look, don't eat from that tree. Look, I know you might think that tree look delicious. That stuff on that tree look delicious. It's not. Don't eat the stuff on the tree, right? No, he warned them. So that's the same situation right here. So I see what Trill's saying, like, don't warn them. Just watch to see what they're going to do. But sometimes it's good to warn them because they know where they stand with you. Sometimes if you don't let people know you got a standard, they feel like you're going to fall for anything, then they going to give you anything. So you got to let them know, no, I'm not going to fall for that. So I don't know if I fully agree with what Trill's saying. I understand what he's saying. Let them just show you who they are. But at the same token, that'll be flipped on you later because when you just let them show you who they are, the first thing they're going to say is, well, I ain't know that was going to be a problem. You never told me that. This is my first time hearing that. That's what's going to happen. I ain't know. Never told me that. My first time hearing that. And you be sitting back like, huh? But the whole time they running game on you. They done ran game on you and you don't even know. They still can flip it because you never told them.
And then if I see traits that I like, or if I see traits that are going to coincide with where it is that I'm trying to go, then I start unpacking what it is that I want from you or how you can fine-tune this or fine-tune that. But if I start right from the gate giving you the cheat code to the test, it is a recipe for disaster.
All right. So he fully came. So he said if they just coming in the door, you just tell them stuff. So yeah, I guess I could say, yeah, you want to watch and see. You know, try the spirit by the spirit, as the scriptures say, right? You want to try the spirit by the spirit. You know, watch and see. And then if you see it's something you can cultivate, then you can go from there. I guess I give them that, you know, because it's all in that, you know. It's all levels of trust. And me being that type of person, I can get that. Where it's levels to trust. You just don't earn that trust with me. It's levels to this. And the more higher up you get on the level, the more I trust you. The more I'm going to tell you, the more you want to know. But if you're not on that level, you just coming in the door, I'm not going to tell you jack. So I got what he's saying there. If you look at that levels of trust, I understand exactly what he's saying with that. All right. So, let's get with our next one. All right, now this one is coming from Black Spider Guy Advice. This is Black Spider Guy Advice. I tried to get this as big as I could so we can see it and see if I can make it a little bigger because for some reason it's very small. I'm going to see if I can make it a little bigger. There we go. That's a lot better. All right, so this is Black Spider Guy Advice, and we're going to listen to his advice. I think this was kind of fun. I think he meant this to be comical. All right. I know y'all like, come on, man, get to what we here for. We gonna get to what we here for, but I gotta build up to that. You know, before you get to the main event, you always got the other little fights that happen. Then you get to the main event. Don't worry, we gonna get to the main event. Still got time to talk about it.
And no longer need a man. In fact, they are
All right, I had to refocus it.
Black men love white women and Latinas so much.
So she says, why does black men love white girls and Latinas so much? Now, again, this is the type of guy she wants. It's not, the brothers always bring a percentage to me when we talk about it. It's like, it's a very small percentage of brothers that actually don't mess with the sisters. He said, but whenever you online, it's always bigging it up. Like it's a bunch of brothers out there that's doing this. And this still goes right back to that same scenario of it's the men that she want. The men that she want, the men that she looking at, she see them with these white women or Latinas. And she's like, why? Right? She's trying to figure out why. So she asks Black Spider Guy advice, and let's see what Black Spider Guy is going to tell her. This is going to be crazy. Let's see what Black Spider Guy tell her.
Analyzing.
So he analyzing the question.
Analyzation complete. Black women have insisted that they are strong and independent and no longer need a man. In fact, they are getting more degrees and creating more businesses than their male counterparts.
All right, now, I was like, come on, Black Spider Guy. Like, I was like, come on, right? Again, this is not our sisters. So that's what I'm saying. It's like the way he put this together, I was just like, and they don't need a man. I said, he talking about the independent women. Like, okay, but so that's the reason why they did. Come on, Black Spider Guy. But I'm gonna let Black Spider Guy cook.
This doesn't leave a lot of space or room for loving and caring for your man. As a result, these men are going towards cultures that are going to be more open and welcoming to him. It is not a matter of skin tone.
So he said it's not about the skin tone. It's because of their treatment from the black women, because the black women say they don't need no man. So, and again, he's explaining to her why a certain group do what they do. Because there's brothers out here like me that ain't never did that and ain't thinking about doing that. Right? So that's why I said when she made that statement like it was all, it's not all, sister. It's just the ones you're looking for.
But a matter of culture, as black men wish to be loved by their woman and not compete with her in every level and aspect of life.
And I was like, wow. So I was like, come on, they don't got nothing to do with nothing. I feel like that's an excuse. I'm sorry. Y'all can tell me I'm wrong. Y'all can tell me I'm wrong in the comments. I welcome all comments. Yeah, y'all can tell me I'm wrong in the comments, but I just felt like that's an excuse. Like, all right, sisters, I can't get with y'all because, hey, y'all don't do this and y'all say y'all don't need a man. So I want to get with a woman that need a man. That's ridiculous. I can't subscribe to that. But you can subscribe to this. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you made it thus far, this is where we are going to get into the big leagues, right? This is where we're going to get into the big leagues. And we're now going on to our main event. And our main event is featuring a brother that you all know. Talking about a young brother in a situation that you all know. And I got this from our big brother, Oshay Duke Jackson. This video clip is going to be in the subscription. in description, if you want to actually watch this, the clip is going to be in the description, right? And this brother Oshay is bringing out something about Charleston White. So let's look at it, right? So Charleston White is going to say how he feels about this situation with Travis Hunter. Now, I know many of you already know about Travis Hunter. Y'all know about him and his fiance and the fiasco that's been going on with them. And I know y'all have been hearing about it. And it seems like people won't stop. So like people just won't stop or won't leave it alone. Everybody making a video about it. And I said, you know what? I'm not even going to touch this issue. I said, because I know what I'm thinking about it. And I'm not going to touch the issue. Even though I see everybody talking about it. And even though I know that there could be some good content and it can go some places. But I'm like, I'm not going to touch this issue and deal with this young man and his woman. Because that's their business. Right? And then Oshay came along and Oshay Duke Jackson brought up this video right here with Charleston. And I said, I gotta say something now. I said, when I see this, I gotta say something now. Charleston came out, he made this video. I said, Charleston said something. I gotta add my 2 cents with Charleston and say something now. So Charleston says what he says. Let's hear what Charleston says about this situation.
Us love Charleston White for his commentary. He does make some good points every now and then. I think it's kind of hard to take brother Charleston White seriously most of the time because I believe he is a troll, but definitely the man is not anybody's dummy. The man is smart. He does make some good points here and there. And Charleston White has recently been asked about what is going on with Travis Hunter.
All right, so now, as he see how he built it up, he told us everything about Charleston White. Oh, I love how Oshay does. Oshay does an excellent job. Let's give a hand for Oshay. He does an excellent job. Really, really does an excellent job. That's another brother that inspires me. I love his show. He does excellent work. And he's breaking it down right here. And he told us all that stuff about Charleston White. And now he's going to let us know what Charleston White has to say about this Travis Hunter situation. And then I can add my 2 cents behind Charleston White's 2 cents. So let's go.
And if he would like to basically weigh in on the situation, this is what Charleston White had to say.
Say, man, listen. I've been getting a lot of people been hitting me up, asking me what I think about Travis Hunter and his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna say this. Man, leave that alone body. Then can't nobody come tell me nothing about my... Can't no...
All right. That's what I was thinking, right? So when Charleston said, I said, dang. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, yo, why's everybody coming up telling this man about his woman? Like, sometimes you gotta see for yourself. Like, you can tell somebody blue in their face about their woman. It's gonna be up to them to see. It's gonna be up to them to see. Now, of course, if it's your family, something going on, you actually catch the woman doing something. That's something different. It's your family. You catch the woman doing something. You let your family know, right? You know, I had situations like that where I had to let my peoples know, like, hey, shorty that right, because I actually caught her doing something. Not I suspect it. I feel like she this way. No, she did something. It was out of pocket, and I gotta tell you about it because you my peoples. You my peoples, so I gotta tell you. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole situation with that. So here we got Charleston basically saying what I'm saying. Like, this is borderline Lashon Hara. Like, just sitting there tale-bearing about this young lady to her husband is borderline Lashon Hara. And I'm going to show you exactly how the Torah deals with this situation, because this is not just a young lady he's dating. This is his fiance. This is someone he's betrothed to. In Hebraic circles, this is basically already his wife. They went through the first part of the marriage ceremony. They just didn't go through all of it yet. So this pretty much is his woman. And y'all are putting enmity between them. Y'all are building up this whole, it started off with, oh, I don't think she really feeling him. To now, oh, she cheating on him. She doing this, she doing that. The internet got people investigating. Yeah, I got the receipts on Shorty. It's like, yo, what is going on here? The man pleading with y'all, leave my woman alone. Y'all mad because y'all don't got no woman, blah, blah, blah. Little Bow Wow came out. Look, Travis, I don't really know you, but I'm going to give my 2 cents. I said, damn, even Little Bow Wow give his 2 cents. I say, yo, this is crazy right now. Everybody giving their 2 cents. Well, you know what Torah says? That's Lashon Hara. I'm going to show it to you. I know y'all like, whatever. I'm going to let Charleston continue to say what he say, and then I'm going to show you what I'm talking about.
Nobody speak on me and my, that's that little, whatever she was doing, he a perfect kind of gentleman. He know what kind of he got to drive her to the party and stay.
Now, he was really throwing shade right there, right? He said, but he know what kind of woman he got to drive her to the party and sit outside and let her get her thing. He really was throwing shade right there. But the overall point of what he said, I get. But he really throwing shade right there. That's why I said, come on, you saying you ain't talking about her, but you talking about her, right?
In the car and let her party. She letting her get her roll out. She like that little pretty motherfucker doing what she doing on that motherfucker athlete dick. Nigga, y'all believe that alone by this. And he a smart young man. Man, get a prenup. Man, you can't tell me what to do with who and with and what I love. Man, stay out your mother people business. And anytime is involved, you shouldn't have nothing to say. They each other. You ain't down one of them. So mind y'all mother business. Leave that alone. All you speaking on it really is some mark ass, some lame ass, and some nosy messy ass getting in somebody else's business. Everybody done somebody who done cheated on them. Stay out them little folk business, man. Mind y'all mother business. And to all you punk ass that's releasing the video or the because you sneaking, leaking.
Hey, so he telling them, mind your business. Mind your business. It don't got nothing to do with you. Mind your business. The people sneaking, bringing out stuff, trying to expose stuff, this, that, other, making sure he put enmity between him and his wife. Well, it's basically his wife, Hebraically, right? Mind your business. What are you doing? That's Lashon Hara. That's Lashon Hara.
You a player, hater. Hey, young, real live player. I wouldn't give a what my doing if my hoe satisfy me and make me feel how I feel. And what you thinking about too. So I'm just gonna say this. All y'all got something to say about Travis Hunter? Yes, with handcuffs on and super glue on your lips, like Bernie Mac would say. Mind your business. Father know about this. Can't no one come tell me about my.
So we've heard.
All right, so Oshay will give his commentary. Y'all want to see the full clip to see what Oshay has to say in his commentary. Again, it's going to be in the description below. In the description below, y'all can go see it. See what he going to say in his commentary. It's going to be in the description below. And don't forget, before you go to that description below to find it, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to the video. The more you like the video and share and subscribe to it, the more people will get to see it, because YouTube will say, wow, these many people liked and looked at this. How do I know? I had a video that went viral from a young lady getting on here, calling me out my name and saying all kind of crazy stuff to me, and real evil and hateful things she said to me, trying to get me to say something so she can get me to break some community rules so she can get my channel taken away, right? She was over there doing all kind of stuff. And because I held firm, YouTube pushed that joint out so everybody can see. And it got almost 400 views. And I know to some of y'all, that ain't nothing. But to me, somebody only got, you go look at my views, then you'll see that that's a lot to me. So that might not be nothing to you, but to me, I'm grateful. And the more you like, share, and subscribe, the more people will be able to see what's going on. Now, let me show you something within the text, because I know you brothers saying, what you mean? That's Lashon Hara. And should I go to Sephiria? I was thinking about just going straight to, I'm going to go to Sephiria too, but I'm thinking about going just straight to the Bible text. So, but I'm going to open up Sephiria as well. So that we can see it. And I believe it's coming from Genesis. Oh, yeah, let me let y'all see what I'm doing. So it's coming from Genesis, and I believe it's chapter 18. I believe it's chapter 18. Let me see. All right, yeah, it's right here. So this was after Abraham had him and Ishmael were circumcised. And he was sitting in a tent in the cool of the day to ease the pain that he was in. And these three strangers came who was angels and unaware. And one of them was seemingly the presence of the Almighty. And he came to them and he asked them to come and lodge with him, showing hospitality, which is a Hebraic rule of thumb or law, so to speak, that you should show hospitality to strangers as they cross your path. And we see that happening here. And let's just see what happens. So these strangers come in, and we're going to go right to verse 9. Then they said to him, where is Sarah, your wife? So they saying, where is Sarah, your wife? So he said, here in the tent. So these aren't strangers. They are strangers, but they aren't strangers because they know who Sarah is. Where's Sarah, your wife, right? And we're going to see that these are heavenly beings. Now, it says, Sarah. Oh, let's go. So he said here in a tent. So Sarah's in a tent. And he said, so this is now the Almighty talking through these men. He said, I will certainly return to you according to the time of life. And behold, Sarah, your wife, shall have a son. So he's telling her, look, I'm going to come back this way a year from now. And a year from now, when I come back, Sarah's going to have a baby. It says Sarah was listening in the tent door, which was behind him. Now, Abraham and Sarah were old, well advanced in age, and Sarah had passed the age of childbearing. Therefore, she laughed within herself, saying, after I've grown old, shall I have pleasure? My master or my Baal or my husband being old also? So look at what she said. She didn't just say she old and past the time of women, but she said, my husband old too. So you telling me us two old people are going to have a baby? Get out of here, right? This is what she's saying. So, verse 13 says, and Yahweh said to Abraham, why did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I surely bear a child since I'm old? Now, this is key. The sages teach that right there, the Almighty is showing us not to commit Lashon Hara. Because that's not what Sarah said. Sarah did not just say since she's old. Let me let you see. I want y'all to see me. Sarah did not say that because she's old. No. Sarah said, I'm old and my husband old. She was talking about him in a negative stance. That if that would have been brought out, it would have brought enmity between them. It would have been Lashon Hara. And here we see the Almighty himself doing what the Chafetz Chaim and others say should be done. And Chafetz Chaim is like a person that mastered studying Lashon Hara. Wrote a book on it called Chafetz Chaim. It breaks down everything about Lashon Hara and how you avoid it and so forth and so on. And this is one of the ways where he mentioned one thing, but he left everything else out. He left out her talking about how old they were and talking about him. He left all that part out and just said, Sarah was laughing. Why did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I surely bear a child since I'm old? And he left it at that. Sarah said more than that. We just read everything Sarah said. And then he comes back, he says, is there anything too hard for Yahweh? At the point in time, I will return to you according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. But Sarah denied and said, I did not laugh, for she was afraid. And he said, no, but you did. You did laugh. Let's not play these games, right? So this is clearly an idea of Lashon Hara. So I want to see what it says in the Tanakh about that. I want y'all to see. I'm not making it up about what the sages say. So I'm gonna see if it's gonna bring it up. Cause I got that out my Kumash years ago, and I don't want to. What verse is that? That was verse 13. Let's see what it says here. So it says, then Yahweh said to Abraham, why did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I in truth bear a child, old as I am? And then he says, is anything too hard? Now, I want y'all to see something. Because even they are bringing out old as I am, right? Let's see. Let's look at Rashi first. All right. Ezra. All right. So, and big up to Safaria, because, oh, y'all, oh my goodness. I'm sitting there thinking I'm showing y'all this. My bad, people. Y'all probably like, what is he looking at? Big up to Safaria, right? Because they got all of these different things that you can use so they can surely show you this stuff. Yeah. So I can't remember exactly which sage said it. You know what? I got my Kumash right here. It's better tell you exactly who said it. Hold on. I believe that was in my Kumash. Don't worry, guys. I'm about to be up. I know it's going on 12 o'clock at night. I want to go past the midnight hour. Wanna wait till the midnight hour. Hey. So I must have been in a midrash that I was looking at it, but they do say something about it in the Kumash as well. This is what Kumash says. Kumash says, though I've aged, her actual words in the verse were Adonai Zakain. My husband is old, but for the sake of peace. So this is where it says, right? And this was, and I'm surprised. Let me go back, because normally, oh yeah, it says it right here. So for the sake of peace, right? So Rashi does it, because it's saying Rashi said it in there. But it's going to say it a little different from what it says right there. So it says, in relating her words to her husband, the Almighty alters them for the sake of peace. For she said, my master or husband is old. So for the sake of peace, her actual words in verse 12 were, Adonai Zakain, my husband is old. But for the sake of peace between a husband and a wife, gotta have peace between a husband and a wife. That's what I'm saying. This is a husband and a wife situation where you gotta have peace. You can't create enmity between a husband and a wife. So that's why when Charleston said what he said, I'm like, that's exactly what I was going to say, but I wasn't even going to jump on it. But when Charleston said, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to jump on this with him. I think we need to hear this. Leave that man and his woman alone. Leave them alone. You aren't supposed to put enmity between a man and his wife. Now you said, well, she not his wife yet. Well, they engaged as his fiance. They about to get married. They already went through the first stage in the Hebraic world. They just got to do the next stage. There's two components to marriage in the Hebraic world. They just got to get to the second component. But the first component, they already did. May have been doing it for too long. Should have been got married. If they would have been got married, this wouldn't even be an issue. Maybe. The internet is crazy, so maybe. But that's the situation right there. So I just wanted to show that, even the Almighty gave us a great example when he himself did not relate back what was said in something as simple as this. This not even something as hardcore as the stuff that people said about this man, woman. This is something simple that she called him old, and that would be such a disrespectful thing for her husband to hear, that she feels that he's old and can't do something. So the Almighty masked what she said and only told part of it to protect the sanctity. So thank everybody for coming on tonight. I'm going to go ahead and let us see our artist of the week. This brother is doing big things. I love his music, and this is one of my favorite songs. It's by Brother Ducine. Please enjoy our artist of the week.
Generations after generations keep praising you, yet no word sums you up. Then I asked the Lord, what name fits you? And he said, yeah. Generations after generations keep praising you, yet no word sums you up. Then I asked the Lord, what name fits you? And he said, yeah.
Amen. King of Zion. Yes. All right, everyone. I want to bid you all shalom. Please, hopefully you will all be able to meet with me at our regular time tomorrow as we usher in the Shabbat. 9:45. We're going to be going through our Torah portion. 9:45 tomorrow evening as we usher in the Shabbat. We'll be going through our Torah portion on Torah Portion Friday. So please be there or be square. And I will talk to you all then. Shalom.
Shema Israel.